Humans and wildlife are constantly in conflict with one another, and through the 66201 course, I've learned the many different impacts humans have on the environment, and how wildlife and humans rely on the same resources. Throughout my own research, I've wondered if an optimal balance can be achieved where both humans and wildlife can share the environment through the ever-growing urban and agricultural expansion in today's society. Unfortunately, due to the explosive population growth, there must be an expansion of urban areas into surrounding environments. Firstly, the population density will increase, and this in turn will greatly affect the economy and social conditions. It is widely known that population density and unemployment will both affect crime rate, according to many studies. The rise in population density will also contribute to pollution and lower standard of living. The same can be said for agricultural growth. It is necessary for society, but agriculture often expands into habitats often used by a variety of species. For instance, most rainforests are cut down only to grow crops for 2 to 3 seasons. Pesticides and fertilizers used often pose a threat to surrounding environments. For the most part, these pesticides and other chemicals can have long-lasting impacts on the species in the area and can significantly reduce biodiversity. One paper discusses non-lethal exposure of honeybees to pesticides that causes high mortality due to homing failure, which could put colonies at risk for collapse. Many of these colonies are collapsing, and honeybees across the world are declining rapidly. Up until 2010, there have been recorded to be up to 30% losses in population of bees, and the number continues to decrease. Not only do local honeybees suffer, but many non-targeted insects like arthropods can be directly and indirectly affected. Due to wind and rain, the pesticide can also travel and spread into waterways and neighboring areas. Fertilizer as well poses a threat to neighboring environments. They often leach out into the waterway, where they can pose a huge threat to marine life and can severely damage the water. Due to rain and runoff here in southern Ontario, most fertilizers run off straight into the Great Lakes and cause huge problems to marine life, especially with fertilizers high in nitrogen and phosphorus type compounds. The Great Lakes now are notorious for the green algae blooms. One study stated that long-term trends in agricultural practices are consistent with increasing phosphorus loading to the western basin of the lake, and these produce record-breaking nutrient loads that incubated the bloom. These are very harmful and can hurt marine life by creating dead zones if they get out of hand. They can also raise harmful toxins in the water, which can be harmful to people and animals. It can also hurt local populations if they depend on nearby water sources. If the problem really gets out of hand, the local cities and surrounding areas will have to spend millions trying to fix the nutrient pollution caused by fertilizer runoff. Agricultural expansion has shown not only to take up valuable space, but as well destroy local environments. So the question is, can there be a compromise between growth and development and sustaining the environment for future populations? In my honest opinion, there can't be a balance with the ever-growing population without a large portion of the human population suffering. In today's society, many impoverished countries are being exploited, leaving large amounts of people starving. One article published by Oxford University states, with the global population expected to reach 9 to 10 billion by 2015, we will need to produce in the next 40 to 50 years the same amount of food that has been produced in the past 10,000 years. Now that's a large amount of food, but let's be optimistic. Science and technology has come a long way. We are now using genetically modified plants, which are helping farmers produce tenfold to what was being produced 50 years ago. If we continue to put more research into agriculture and find more environmentally friendly ways to cultivate and manage land, Soon we can have a positive impact on local environments and hopefully limit the degradation of the environment. Thank you.